Welcome, everyone, to Voice for Victims podcast with your producer and host, Crystal Starnes. I hope you're all having a fabulous day, and I'm so happy you're here tuning in to this show. We're here to promote people that have a story or anyone out there that's maybe suffering in silence or have suffered in silence and want to share their story with all of you so that maybe their experience can help you. Well, today we have a special guest coming to us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Reese Peace, and he has a story. And he's went so far to write a book about his story, and he has produced a movie. So let's welcome Reese Peace to the stage. Hi, Reese. How are you?
Hey, what's up, podcast land? How you doing? How everybody doing? I'm glad to be honored to be on the show, and I'm ready. I'm ready to tell you this. No, I'm not gonna hide. Gonna be coming raw, which coming very raw. Yes, yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm very happy that you're on the show and your story, just from what I've read about and everything, it's amazing. And I think that it's important that, we share it with everybody, because it's awareness. So let's just get started and maybe tell the audience a bit about who you are and your background.
Well, my name is first name is Reese, and my last name is Peace. Like the Reese's Pieces candy here. What's your Reese's Pieces? I'm basically from California, Feminia, California. Grew up out there. Back in 2019, I decided to come to Georgia, and I work on music. And my life has been step by step. But like I said, I'm a musician, rapper, now a book author, and a film director and film producer. And that all came from my haters, from people who really didn't like me, people who tried to destroy me. All that came from them. So I kind of like thank them. I really thank my haters, and they make me greater. I thank my people who tried to hurt me. I thank them too, because I would never have this if they didn't do what they did. Well, we talk about that later on.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's upsetting that you went through things, but you know what? I agree with you because without that, you wouldn't be able to spread awareness. You wouldn't be able to talk about what's happened to you. And, I feel that it's probably your calling to, try to get it out there and try to help as many people as possible. So, um, was you always involved in like music and like acting and film producing before any of this, or did this just drive you into it?
I kind of like step like everything was like tripped into. I wasn't really I really wasn't good entertainer, a good artist. I basically like I was 9 years old one time, and my parents wouldn't buy me a baseball uniform, and the baseball uniform was only $12. So I had to go find me a job at the age of 9. And I went to a restaurant. They allowed me to clean up. One time the waitress didn't show up. Now I had to go serve food at the age of 9 to make money to pay for my baseball uniform. And I remember seeing the entertainers performing, like the people playing guitars and stuff, and everybody was happy and dancing and get down and all that. I said, you know what? And it was happy. I always wanted people to be happy. And I try to do jokes. I try to smile at people when I was younger because I like people to be happy. And since I saw that, I started getting to music. So everything that in my life was stepped into, I wasn't in school. I really wasn't the best writer or the best reader. When the teacher asked somebody to read, I would never raise my hand up because I stuttered. Or and I So by me writing music, kept repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, it has me to talk better. So basically, everything I stepped into was just I made a joke. I wasn't a good rapper, so one day I did a comedy show on doing a rap song, and when I had started rapping, instead of people laughing, they started dancing off the rap music. I was like, what is this? I was supposed to be joking, and that kind of got me to the rap music. I was traveling from New York to California doing shows, and then the writing part came about because of the tragedy that I went through. I know there's women who are victims, but there are men who are victims. And I just want to say this: this is about a man who is being victimized in society. So thank God for our women, but like sometimes when a woman goes to the police and they said something happened to them, they'll bring the whole army. But when a man goes to the police, you can't hear, excuse the French, you can't hear a rat piss on cotton.
Right. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I believe that there are men and women that are victims, not just women. And I agree with you about the police. I mean, because I've seen it over the years. And yes, I feel for you on that situation. And that's why I'm very happy that you're on here because, it's not about just women, it's men too that get victimized. So, with that being said, do you want to go into a little bit about what happened to you to make you write the book?
Yes. How the book came about. I moved to Atlanta. I met this beautiful woman, and so shocking. A woman who wouldn't cuss, a woman who would steal, woman who wore dresses. Met her in church. Okay, when you get there, met her in church. The man's quick. Okay, so I met her in church. I liked her. She really liked me, but I kept pursuing flowers and all that good stuff. So I met producers who loved my music, and they wanted to sign me a multi-million-dollar contract. Now, this woman who didn't like me heard about my multi-million-dollar contract. So now she started liking me, starting to feel me. So we dated. Finally, she became my girlfriend, got engaged, got married. It's a lot of stuff I'm gonna come in between that. So we got married. Telling everybody my husband is rich. He's going to sign a multi-million contract deal. Now, she's from Jamaica. The reason why she didn't like me or her sisters didn't like me because they really wanted her to marry a Jamaican. But by me being an African American, I'm signing a big multi-million contract deal. And well, she about to marry a rich man. Anyway, we married. Everything's going good. It talks about when you get married, before you're married for richer and poor, health and strength. So there was time that she was sick. I took care of her and all that good stuff. Time she lost her job, I helped her find a job for her, and everything was good. Now it's my turn to be sick and get into debt. I hurt my legs, and I'm a dancer, hurt my leg. I couldn't really perform. Even the sex in bed wasn't that good because I couldn't really move my hips. Anyway, that was her testing going on. I lost my job, got into like a lot of debt. Now, I'm kind of going forward. She had this sister who didn't like it. So instead of them just saying, my husband gonna be all right, that's my husband, or listen to her sister, I'm kind of going forward and backward. The plot was to have me assassinated. So what happened, to get to the story that's in the book, every time I would go from starting back in 2019, I noticed there was a shooting by my car. I remember the shooting was by my car, and I had my daughters in the car. So we punched it. This back in June of 2019. We punched it. Get down the streets. I checked my girls. I told them to get out the. I told them to get down. I checked my daughter. My daughter was okay. I ran around my car. My car was okay. No bullets hole in my car. I called the police. I said, I think a white car getting shot up because there was a white car behind me. I don't know what happened, but we took off. Anyway, I get home later that day. I tell my wife there was a car there. We were by a crossfire. She was like, "Oh wow," I'm thinking that she was like, "Wow, okay." So life went on. Well, so months went on. Now I'm about to get into the spiritual realm of it. I was praying. I like to pray, and I heard his voice said, basically God saying that shooting was for you. I'm like, whoa, that shooting was for me. So I remember going downstairs telling my wife, "Hey, babe, you remember that shooting happened back in June? That shooting was for me." And she was like, "Oh, like that." So, she did that. Oh, like that. So Then I remember meeting this guy at the store. I'm going to get some scriptural parts of it that's in the book and also in my film. I remember meeting this guy at a store, real big guy, and he had the door open for me. And I walked through the door, and he closed the door. I didn't look at him like, no, he was a real big dude. I said, man, you was holding the door just for me all that time? He said, yes, I'll hold the door just for you. I said, but I was way over there. He said, I was holding the door just for you. So I looked at him and I said, you do bodyguard work? And he said, no. Because I said, I got this new company starting record label and a film label and everything. He said, no, I don't do bodyguard work. So I said, okay. So I go back, pump my gas, pay for my gas and everything. I decided to go back in the store to give him my business card. I couldn't find this guy nowhere. The biggest guy on the planet, and I couldn't find him nowhere. I said, where did that guy go to? Anyway, about 3 weeks later, I hear this small voice, and I call it the Holy Spirit. That it said that same guy that you met at that gas station was an angel who blocked the bullets for not hitting your car. I like, what? So I run downstairs, tell my wife about it, and I said, our angel blocked the bullets for not hitting. That shooting was for me. I said, I can't wait to tell our daughter. She was like, no, we're not telling our daughter that stuff. I said, why not? We're not telling our daughter that stuff. Okay, let's move forward. So 2 days before Thanksgiving 2020, I was at this grocery store. I'm going to say Kroger's. I don't say Kroger's in the book, but I can say Kroger's on the line. This guy kept following me outside the Kroger store. And I looked behind him. I'm like, what's up, man? He said, nothing. He's going this way, dog. You know, he's talking this gangster talk. I said, okay, that's what's up. But he was shaking. He was like nervous about something. And I asked him, are you all right? He said, I'm all right, man. We're just going the same way. I said, okay. So I turned around and I said, you sure you're right? Do you need some prayer or something? He said, man, pray for me. I said, what? He said, pray for me. I'm praying for him. Next thing you know, a guy was rushing up. And the guy who I was praying for let go of my hand and grabbed his friend. I said, no. He's praying for me. He said, sir, pray for my friend. I said, okay. So I'm praying for them. No, hey, man, God loves y'all, all that goodies and stuff like that. This is all in the book, too. Then I go home, and the same voice, I call it the Holy Spirit, said, those guys about to kill you. I said, oh, that's why he was coming, following me up behind the store. And the guy that when he let go of my hand, the guy was pulling out a gun, broad daylight, about to shoot me in my head. And so I run in the house to tell my wife about it. I said, babe, these guys were going to shoot me and kill me, but they didn't do it. She said she got up out of her seat, she screamed, and she went to the sink and threw up. I'm thinking she was doing it because her husband almost got killed, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, the third time, me and her at the restaurant back in 2020, a couple of days before Christmas, we're looking for a house, bigger house, you know, starting my company and everything. We're walking outside from the restaurant. She runs to the back of the car and head down. Like, what's wrong with you? Here come these guys coming up towards me. And I'm like, hey, what's up, y'all? Let me pray for y'all real quick. You know, I like praying for folks. They look like some gangsters. And let me pray for y'all real quick. They drop their bags. I end up praying for them. And then so I turn around to go back to the car. She's in there crying. You're a good man. You don't deserve me. You're a good man. You don't deserve me. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, now I'm going to go up some more. So now I'm praying. And I heard this same Holy Spirit say, it's your wife who's trying to kill you. I'm like, what? And I look back how she acted towards every time I tell somebody trying to kill me. So I didn't say that to her. I went to the police. And this back during the pandemic. And I said to the police, I said, man, I think my wife's trying to kill me. They're like, what? I said, yeah. They said, what did you report? I said, okay, I did report. I said, y'all going to do some investigation, get some videotape? Oh, you got any proof? I said, man, I'm telling you, my wife is trying to kill me. Well, show some proof. I like, how am I going to show that? I show that. Y'all check her phone records because she been calling people. Anyway, nothing didn't happen. What happened, that tip went to the airport because she worked for the airline. Now, I don't know if I can say the airline to the name of it. I don't mind saying it because they already know that she's being investigated. So she worked for the airline, and by her work for the airline, the sergeant. Now I changed his name in the book, but I'm not gonna say his name. He called me, said, "Hey, listen, we got a tip about your wife. Might be dealing drugs. Heard about some investigations that she tried to have you killed. We doing some history work on her and see what she been doing." What they found out, she used her buddy passes. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you want to cut it off, you can cut it off. She had worked for Southwest Airlines, and she used her buddy passes from Southwest Airlines to fly the guy in from New York to Atlanta. So that was strange. Now, the FBI gives me a call. And the FBI said, "Sir, we need her bank account number, and we took over a case." I said, "Case about what?" "About your wife." "Is that your wife?" I said, "Yes." So all they wanted was her bank account, and they wanted her phone number and her bank account number. So she was in her home. I'm going in, getting her bank account number. I'm looking at all this money, like, $20,000, $100,000. I'm like, where she got this money from? Then there was one bank account that had $13,000 that the FBI had $13,000 in it. And 1 week it dropped down to $3,000. I was like, what she do with $10,000? Later when we found out, a hit cost $10,000. Anyway, the FBI said we took an investigation. They started telling me to get out the house. I said, "Get out the house? Just come get her. If you know she did it, just come get her." They said, "Sir, just get out your house." I said, "I'm not leaving my house. Just come get her." Because I didn't have nowhere to go. I had family in California, but I didn't have nowhere to go. So I'm thinking they're going to come get her in a week or two, whatever. Then here come the detectives reaching out to me. They said, "Sir, this investigation, the FBI took over. You need to get out your house. An investigation like this takes a long time," they said. I said, "You want to just to go get her?" I said, "If I was a woman," and I didn't say this, "if I was a woman, y'all would have came and smacked down the house and got me. But now I'm being a man," but it says, "Sir, it's bigger than we thought it was." So finally, she was around the house crying. Now she don't know I've been talking to the FBI. And she's trying to be a good wife now because she couldn't kill me. I guess she's probably saying God must be with him. I can't kill him. Because she wanted to start making love better. She was starting to buy me clothes, tell me that she a good wife. I'm like, "You sure this is my wife? Because you never acted this way before, you know?" And so I wouldn't leave. So anyway, in my emails, because I would email the FBI, the detectives, and all this stuff, information. And I saw somebody looking at my emails, like you could see how I found out now she knows I've been talking to the FBI. So now I know she's trying to kill me, and she knows that I know that she's trying to kill me. So now me and her in the house like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You ever saw that movie?
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
Yeah. So now me in the house like enemies. And then I'm trying to call the FBI. Listen, she knows now, come get her. They wouldn't do nothing. They said, "Get out the house," but I would never leave my house. So now I had to sleep in my house with, I had to put the couches around me. I had to sleep with a gun. They asked me, "Do I have protection?" I said, "Yes, I have protection." I was like Rambo around my house. I had a gun here. I had a knife here. I even had a toothbrush just in case I had to stick someone in the eye. And I'm like, "When you gonna come get her? When you gonna come get her?" Wouldn't have come get her. All they said, "Sir, get out your house." So finally, I got out of my house. And the investigation's still going on. But this book was so much in me. This book it's got so much in it it's more details about it. And I'm not ashamed of it because I survived. So everybody was saying, "Man, you need to write a book." I said, "I'm not writing no book. All I know, I just started writing and it came out to be a bestseller. They started putting billboards. Matter of fact, they have a billboard in Pennsylvania right now in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. What's again?
What city is it in?
It's kind of before Hershey. You couldn't put billboards in Hershey.
Harrisburg?
Harrisburg, yeah.
Harrisburg. Okay.
Yeah. They got 2 billboards in my book there. One going to the airport and one before you get into Harrisburg or in Harrisburg. And they got some in LA and all that stuff too. But so that was basically the meat department of my assassination tip. So I know when former President Donald Trump got assassinated, I kind of felt what he felt. got shot at. I kind of felt what these men felt by being, but it do make you stronger. Right now, I feel so strong. I'm humble about it, and the investigation is still going on. But the FBI know that I talk about it. FBI know I have a book out. They know I did change their name. They know that I have a movie shooting right now. They know the trailer's out there right now, but they can't do anything about it because it's my story.
Right.
You know.
Well, it's interesting you brought up about Donald Trump because it happened in the county that I live in.
That's right.
I know. I can't believe it, but yeah, I was in shock that it happened here because that stuff don't usually happen. So I was in shock, but yeah, I mean, it's a shame that it happened and, you can relate because obviously, what's happened to you and I'm sorry that you went through all that.
But you know what? I know people always say that, I do a lot of interviews. I got another big interview like about 2 more weeks and, I'm on your show. It made me stronger. It made me know that there's a superior power that's above. It makes you feel stronger. It makes you feel like, whoa, I'm here for a reason. And it so funny, when I was married to her, I tell you, I hear the Holy Spirit talks and everything like that. I was getting my company started, like my music company started. And I remember hearing the voice, this Holy Spirit voice said, I want you to start a movie label. I said, a movie label? But I need a movie. I was telling God, I need a movie. I need something big, suspenseful, thriller, some kind of drama type movie. And I remember telling my wife, the killer, and to say it like that, I can laugh about it now. I was saying, I just heard God's voice that start a movie label, but I need a movie. Do you think any kind of movie I can think of? The reason why, because he knew all that time she was trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I want you to start a movie label. Now I'm meeting different. I mean, I just came back talking to Netflix 2 weeks ago in LA. So it's coming along, but we already started shooting, but now the executive producers parts are getting involved in it too right now. So I'm very humble. It's basically helping people. Also, they also talk about be careful on dating the wrong person because you could date the wrong person and that can stop your blessings or you because of her, I didn't get my multi-million-dollar contract deal because I married the wrong woman. But she was I thought she was the right woman because she was this nice woman. But, it could be deceiving, being with the enemy.
Right. Well, it's good that you got away from her.
And I forgave her. Because I would never have this. I would never have the perfect story coffee cups. Or, matter of fact, you were there by Hershey. I support them big time. Purses.
Right.
The candy, I support them. Hey. Yeah. Hey, now. I'm hurt. Hey, Reese Pieces,
Right. Well, going through this experience, what would you like to, I don't know, how could you give some advice out there to the viewers or the listeners, what they could, if they were in a situation like this, could you give any advice on how you survived it? Like inside, like getting through it, the stress, the anxiety that you may have suffered, any words of wisdom that you could pass out to everybody that's watching this?
I'm going to tell you to pray. I'm not being, praying religious, but I'm going to always tell people to pray. Man, if your wife or girlfriend watch crime shows, do not make her mad. That's one thing. I know it's supposed to be a joke. So, I started writing. That's the reason why I didn't, and then I survived. There are some stories I heard about a man trying to kill a woman or a woman trying to kill a man, like in a household, wife. They would never leave. Like me, I wouldn't leave. And I could have been dead, If you're going through some kind of being a victim or something like that, leave the house. You're going to be all right. Leave, find a friend, talk to police. The police that time I talked to, and they know I was upset with them because they didn't take it serious, and I thank God the FBI jumped in, but they didn't take it serious. they were like very good. I guess it was a man, being victimized, But be careful on who you dating these days now. Dating is not the same. You got social media, see all these underground railroads, people. You dating the wrong person. You better take some notes. Find out about their parents. Find out where they came from. What's your real name? Do you have a job? Have you been in jail? You got to find out all this stuff for dating now, because it's like that. And you see on the news, it's always somebody killing somebody because of the love, or they leaving them, something like that. You got to be careful with the date. If you think that person, any kind of signal or red flag about a person you want to date or marry, just stop. There was some red flags too, but by her going to church, and also just because a person go to church don't mean they a good person, because the devil goes to church, So hey, you got to really be careful who you date. If you don't want to date nobody, just be single.
That's very good advice. I'm glad you said that, because people need to do background checks on people, look it up, look it up online, try to gather as much information, because you don't know nowadays, who these people are, especially if it's somebody you're meeting like on social media, or on a dating site. So that was really good advice. Thank you for sharing that. So, the music, I assume you're still in the music industry, right?
Matter of fact, this is one of my CDs here. Well, this music, okay, like you have the book, and you also have the audio book now. You can go online and hear the audio book. The same music that's in the audio book is this the music, so an audio book. Now, with the movie, and we're looking at a series now, the Perfect Story series, because we've been having meetings about the book, and we have been writing more music. There's people else want to bring their music in, but with my attorneys, and we're still meeting with people right now, we still building a foundation. Because I wasn't playing. I knew that I was going to make this in a movie. There is other people saying this book is going to not just be on the shelf, it's going to be as a movie. So since I do music, I do have this album called Peace Controversy. And the reason why I call it controversy, rap, and rock, I like to be real. Controversy is telling the truth. Like former Donald Trump, he liked to be real. I like the way he liked to be real on certain things, So I like to be real. So basically, I'm telling everybody about what I've been through. I've seen gangs, I've seen drugs, I've seen people who I'm from California, so I've seen all that stuff. And by me living through that and survived it, I can be real with anybody. I'm not ashamed to tell my stories because it helps people. There's other people who, matter of fact, it's one guy, his wife tried to kill him. It took 3.5 years for them to arrest his wife. So when the FBI jumps in, it's an investigation. They already said it. It says the FBI takes to 1 to 10 years, or it can take forever, because they investigate every single detail. They investigate because they know that person is going to get a lawyer. They want to make sure their stuff is tight. I forgot what question you asked me about. That going way off.
Huh? No, you answered it perfect. Yeah, you answered it perfect.
The music, yeah.
Not the music, yes, the music.
Yeah. So I have worked with Snoop Dogg back in California. I worked with Jeff Finho back in the time. But right now, I'm still doing music. I'm making new music right now because of the movie. I'm just being prepared, because right now I'm still meeting. I got a meeting with Truland Studio, the biggest studios in Georgia, on the 21st. I just got to meeting with Netflix in California 2 weeks ago. And it was like really cool. There's some people who want to buy the story, but I'm not selling the story. I'm basically involving. They helping, but we already started shooting already. We already got the trailer out there already. But it's some more stuff that's involved, because now we're like go do a series. And I just think, and when people do go through things, use it as a stepping stone. Use it as, oh man, just because you're going through, it's going to hurt what you're going through. But remember, you can use it as a stepping stone. God can use the ugly, and he can use the good and mix it together and make it perfect. So everybody been through stuff. Nobody's not exempt from being through stuff. But if you go through something bad, whatever, terrible or ugly, use it as a stepping stone to help people. Because people don't tell their drama or they secrets, their trouble they've been through because they feel ashamed. But don't be ashamed of it because you're going to help people. You know, my help is like, listen, pray, man, for protection. Because when I see people getting killed, I'm like, how they die? They don't have an angel with them. They don't pray. And you know I talk about prayer a lot, man. Prayer helps. I'm gonna tell you this. Prayer is powerful. I see it, and I know it's real. And I'm not ashamed to talk about prayer. Is the most powerful thing you can do. If you don't just say God help, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really, because I still could cuss that person out, but I'm learning, you know, because I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just real. Yeah, because my movies are real. There's cussing in this book because I know those guys, when they came to kill me, they just said, thus said the Lord, we are going to smite you a little bit and hurt you a little tiny bit. They said, we're going to smoke your ass. We're going to smoke. No, they did all that. I know they did. They gonna come. So that's why I put the cussing in the book. Even the film, the people are cussing. They said, why you got this cussing in your story? And you go to church and you pray. Because I know those guys didn't come up to me and said, thus said the Lord. Even when they were spiking Jesus, those people that said, oh, Jesus, we're going to hit you. They were cussing Jesus out. They were spitting on Jesus. They were kicking Jesus. So that was some real stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just be real with it, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I think like that as well. Like the way everything that you're saying is how I view things. I mean, I pray a lot, and I believe that anytime you go through a situation, you need to try to turn it into a positive. How can I help somebody from this? You know, I don't want to be depressed or, you know, stressed out over it. I need to figure out a way to turn this into a message and try to help others out there. So yes, I totally agree with you on this. And I'm so happy that you come on today to share the story. And I'm definitely going to get the book. So I will be where can we get the book? You said, is it on Amazon?
Yes, it's on Amazon. You will see you got the Kindle. You can go with the audiobook. You can go with paperback. You got hardback also too. The audiobook is good. They said I was the first person who would put sound effects in the audiobook because I want it to be like a movie. So when you hear like a knife coming towards me, you hear the knife. If you hear some gun, if you hear me reading about they were shooting at me, you're gonna hear gunshots.
Oh wow!
So they've been saying the audiobook been awesome. Even have the music on the audiobook. Also, if you want to see the trailer, people, you can go to www.theperfectstorymovie.com. You will see the trailer. You will see some photos. You will see about the process of this movie. And I want to thank all the actors right now. These people were so they good right now. They good, and we still going to be needing more actors. We're going to be needing more and more FBI people. We're going to be needing more gangsters. We're going to be shooting in Jamaica because the finance is like, you know, sometimes sometimes I can't even believe all this would happen. Even though it didn't happen away with a red carpet, it happened a different route. It happened for me to be getting shot at. People try to kill me. But it's for the positive now. And the time this stuff was going on, there was some tears in my eyes. Because I couldn't believe it. Why me? Why my precious wife who I love? I had cherished her. I had loved her. And I was a good husband to her. And she knew I was a good husband. And another reason why she tried to kill me, because she didn't want me to be with nobody else. She didn't want me, but she didn't want me to be with nobody else. She was having an affair because I was working out one day. I heard a voice who said, I was going to say this real fast. That's why you need to pray. God would tell you everything. I was literally working out. I knew she was having an affair, but I couldn't figure it out. So maybe she's not having an affair. And I was in my garage. Matter of fact, I was doing housework in the garage, and my wife had called me, and she said, "Honey, I love you now." She could have killed me now, Mary. She could have killed me. So now she want to be a good wife. Honey, we're gonna get together. We're gonna drink some wine. We're gonna make love all night. I said, okay. I was all happy, when a man look, when a wife says she won't give a man something, he ready. A man could be dead, and his wife said, "Baby, we're gonna give you something." He gonna wake up from dead. That's how they are. So now she she gonna call me and say, "Honey, we're gonna drink some wine. We're gonna take some baths. We're gonna make love all night." I said, okay, cool. So then I hear this voice said, "Darius is one of the guys she having sex with." I'm like, "Whoa, where that coming from?" I said, "Whoa." So I had Darius' number because Darius lived across the street. They were these two grown, I want to say the N word, but I ain't gonna say the N word right now. I'm gonna be PG. So, these two grown guys who live with their parents, they were like 40 or 42, and they live with their mom. So basically, if I was going to work, they was probably coming to my house, having sex with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I heard his voice said, "Darius." I said, "Darius?" So I had Darius' number because he lived across the street. And he didn't answer the phone. I said, "Darius, this is Reese Peach across the street. Man, give me a call, man. I want to holler at you about something." But he never gave me a call. So then I called my wife and I text my wife because she was on her way home. She about to take a shower. We about to drink some wine. We about to get freaky all night. So I text her. I said, "Babe, who's Darius?" Boom, boom. Then I called her up. I said, "Babe, who's Darius?" So I know she got the text. And she probably got my message. She's on her way home now. She gets in the driveway. I think she would be happy. "Honey, I don't feel too good. Let's take a rain check on taking a bath and drinking wine and making love all night." So she goes in the house. I said, yes. God told me who she was having an affair with. I was mad. Definitely, I could have busted the door. Yeah, I know you put around with Derek. I know, but no, I was happy because God told me. I felt so good. I was in the garage shaking. "Oh, yeah, baby. I know who she doing it with." Because I knew if God would tell me that, I knew he has something better for me. God don't tell you. So he told me that, "Oh, yeah." So now I walk in the house. "Hey, what's up? You okay?" "Oh, no." I said, "Hey, baby, I heard this name. You Darius." "I don't know no Darius. I don't know no Darius." But inside, I was happy that God told me. And then it was just that. So that came from prayer. And God would tell me all the secrets, what she was doing. She caught a disease. I followed her to it's all in the book. Everything's in the book, though. Everything's in the book. I don't tell y'all the story, but we don't
want to ruin it for everybody. Everybody, you need to go get the book on Amazon or get it on the audio on Amazon. Probably get the audio because it has more sound effects and everything on it.
Yes. And then it's also in Barnes and Noble store. I don't know what area your Barnes and Noble store. It's also on Walmart, Target.com. I'm missing all the book platforms, but most people go to Amazon because they get better deals. The audio right now, if you got audiobook, you're getting the audiobook for $4. You're getting the audiobook. I mean, you can also go and listen to 5 minutes of the audiobook on Amazon. You can get a detail on a part like, okay, so I'm gonna give you some like you got this chapter right here. You got 506 pages of suspense, thriller, drama. So basically, all the chapters are good, but you got like this one. I know that. She know that I know. That's like how we both knew she was trying to kill me. One was I divorced her ass. I had to divorce her because she was cheating on me and stuff like that, and trying to kill me. I had one chapter. I was sleeping with a witch. She wasn't just basically she was a witch. She was trying to kill me, my own wife. And then 3 times. I can see one time trying to kill me. "Oh, baby, I'm sorry. This is what I did. This I did." But 3 times, and you would think common sense. I didn't kill him. I couldn't kill him, but she kept on trying to do it. And then the 4th and 5th time, she put poison in my wine. So when I'm about to try to drink it, the Holy Spirit said, "Don't drink that. You got poison." I go, "Whoa." And that's where the part with the FBI comes in. I know I'm gonna get too deep in that part, but yes, it got to do with some drugs involved in it. So this case is being all the way from Jamaica, New York, and Atlanta.
Wow. Well, I hope you prevail, and I hope everything works out. And I hope if she is found to have done this, then I hope that she gets in jail and prosecuted. So I mean, you're a strong person to go through this, and I commend you for doing all this. I mean, you should be proud of yourself of being able to do this book and everything. I mean, it's upsetting what you went through, but like you're now trying to spread awareness to everybody, and I just think it's great. We need more people like you to do that, and because there may be other people going through this, so maybe something in that book will help them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone needs to get that book. It's everywhere. Everywhere you can get books, you can get the perfect story.
Yes, and then I want to say I also got a chapter about peace, about the study of shalom. I found out peace means shalom in Hebrew, but also shalom means nothing missing, nothing broken in your life. Wholeness, completeness. You want the whole pie. So if one slice is missing out of your life, you're not whole. So basically, you want to be whole in your life. So I even have a chapter that's to kind of to talk about how people to get peace. And peace sometimes might not just be the peace like, oh, so calm and cool, collected. Sometimes if you want peace, you got to go through war. But now that you go through that war and you find out that God is with you, you in peace because you know who's with you. So when you're going through something, you sit back, man, get your lemonade, get your Reese Pieces, because you know that God is with you. You got no worries, baby, because the trial that we go through, if you've been through one trial and you saw that God got you out of that one trial and you're going through something else right now, the trials go by fast when you know you're in peace because God is with you.
Right. I agree. Amen. Amen.
Give a dance up.
I love it. Well, thank you so much again for coming on and telling a little bit of your story. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or maybe where people can find you, like your website, if you want to say that again?
Yes, you could go. I got two different websites. One website is www.peacevisiongloballlc.com. That's the music department of my life, of the music. And you will see a lot of the music videos of what I did. Then you go to the new website now. It's just only been up for about 4 weeks now. It's been awesome. The perfectstorymovie.com. Once you go into perfectstorymovie.com, it will basically lead you to the peacevisiongloballlc.com of the music department. But the book is, people who've been saying they read the book, it's been like, whoa, they believe now. They believe that they can make it. I just want to be real. Some people come to me and say, people tell me their secrets now because they've been reading my book. And then when I go on other shows, I go to the program. I had a book signing yesterday, and I was telling people about my story. Now they coming towards me, telling me, listen, you know what? This is what happened in my life. I need to write about it because they've been holding it in. Don't hold it in. Get it out, because when you get it out, you get free. Like a butterfly. That's the reason why I have a butterfly on my book. It's basically in a caterpillar when you keep all those deep secrets in you and the stuff you've did wrong. But once you tell it out, spread out like a butterfly. And if you notice, this is a black widow. That's basically what my ex-wife. And you have the covenant rainbow and you have the butterfly. The covenant rainbow means the protection of God that gives you. That means they can't touch you. That no weapon that formed against you shall not prosper. So you want to have the enemies come. But by the covenant rainbow, you like a butterfly, baby. See, a butterfly, I was like, man, I'm going to put a lion there. And I remember God said, don't put no lion there. Put a butterfly. I said, butterfly? I'm not putting no weak butterfly. I said, okay, God, let me study what a butterfly means. I didn't know a butterfly has a poison to it. So animals don't really like to eat butterfly because it has some kind of poison that makes them sick. Then a butterfly can camouflage itself and hide from anything, like it's under the wing of an angel, with like somebody want. I dwell under the secret place of the Almighty. So the butterfly to camouflage itself in different areas. Also, it's protected. It was protected. Don't touch no butterfly. You might have a spider, black whale, but butterflies are smart. So that's why you have the black widow supposed to be our enemy. But guess what? We protect it. Nobody can touch it. If you believe it, no one can touch you. If you gotta believe that God with you. Once you believe that God, once you believe that God is with you, they can't touch you. No haters, no enemies, no whatever.
Right. You got to keep faith. Everyone out there, you need to keep faith. I believe that.
There you go.
I believe that. When you're going through something, you just got to be calm and you'll get through it. Everybody faces challenges. It's like ups and downs our whole life, all of us. I mean, we just got to try to stay focused on, ourself and our life and always, keep going. So.
And I'm glad anybody who holding a gun on their head, put that gun down, because what you're going through is going to change. Trust. Put that gun down. Don't kill yourself, because your trials that you're going through is your testimony. You're going to be able to help somebody. So put that gun down. Take the bullets out. And people who out there killing people, stop that stuff, man. You can't be killing no life. You're going to go to jail. If you go to jail, you're going to be somebody's girlfriend. You don't want to go to jail, no prison, because young boys, stop stealing, stop trying to kill somebody, go get a job and make it right. Don't go no prison. Don't go no jail. You ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like jail. You don't like no prison. And like I said, people, love yourself. If you hang around with people who are bad influence to you, walk away from them and find out new friends. If you don't want to find no new friends, find good books. Watch a good movie. Get a good comedy movie. Just read it and laugh and feel good about yourself. Once you know who you are and feel good about yourself, you're gonna be just fine. I had to put that out there because
I love that. Thank you. That was very good advice. Yes, you all have a purpose in life. Everybody has a purpose in life. Don't ever take your life, no matter what you're going through. I mean, we all have a purpose. You got to just dig deep inside to find your purpose. Yes, thank you for sharing that. You've been amazing. I'm so happy you came on. You've had so many words of wisdom throughout this show. You did a really good job. This was a good show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to thank you for so much, and thank you for you. Very beautiful. Probably a model or something like that. I know you're modeling out there and making millions and millions of dollars. Boy, I'm trying to learn how to be like you.
Thank you so much for the compliment. Well, thank you again for coming on, and thank you everyone out there for tuning in. Until next time, and anyone that has a story and wants to come on the Voice for Victims podcast, reach out. And until next time, take care, everyone.